Islam, Islam, Islamism. Bismillah, Rahman Rahim. Holy Manulai, whether Islamism. I was seeking refuge from the accursed one, and rising to my high sights, giving perfect eyes to Allah, the church of all worlds, and honoring all true and divine prophets, seen, unseen, known, unknown, and reincarnated, and to our illustrious Hebrew prophet, in these days and time, giving us nationality and birthright, Prophet Noble U.S.A. Also giving honors to who honors are truly due, our National Grand Chief Gerald Betton Bay, school freedom fighter, and to our officials in Baltimore and other republics, our sheikhs, sheikesses, deputy sheikesses, our children, most achievers in training, mighty most, tiny most, our family, friends, guests, visitors on the call, and the Lord's honors to Marcus Messiah Garvey, the forerunner, and to the ancient spirit that guide us through these turbulent times. I am Mikhail Mashir Bey, deputy sheikh, and from the New York Republic, hailing all with love and Islam. Today's date, August 22nd, 2021, and I welcome all with love to our Moorish Sunday School Conference call brought to you by the Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, corporate number 13, the Moorish American National Republic. This is where we build the minds of the guidance of our nation, Islam. And as we proceed, we always begin in reciting our Moorish American prayer. So, asking all who is available and who can, rise in a Moorish American posture, facing the east, feet at a 45-degree angle, arms perpendicular, upper arms horizontal, 5 fingers on the left, 2 fingers on the right side as we pray. Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation, by night and by day, through the Holy Prophet, through our life. Amen. Samoas, again, welcome to our Sunday School Conference call. And as we continue, we go into our divine constitution and bylaws. The crescent and star of salvation, the all-seeing eyes of Allah, the handpress of unity. The Moorish Science Temple of America, the divine and the Moorish Science Temple of America, the divine constitution and bylaws by Prophet Noble U.S.A. Act 1. The Grand Sheikh and the Chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Assistant Grand Sheikh to assist the Grand Sheikh in all affairs if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest, because on a Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and on a Friday the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God, Allah. For that cause, Friday is a holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No one use falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live your life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and Constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they must know that they are a part of this said government. Colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these men were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nation of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained noble Jew Allah, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children, and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the upliftment of all humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, noble Jew Allah, to the guidance of his Father God, Allah, Islam. Here is a reading of our divine constitution and bylaws, and we'll proceed in the reading of our additional laws. Islam, Deputy Sheikhs, Wonder Gomes Bay, are you with us?
Islam. Islam.
Islam?
Islam. Could you hear me?
Islam. I will proceed in the reading of the additional laws
Islam.
for the Moorish Americans by Prophet Noble Jalai. Act 1.
Deputy Sheikh.
Grand Sheikhs and governors and heads of all temples, all businesses. Each said temple must be approved by the Prophet Noble Jalai before acting upon by any members, let it be finance, property, or any line of life that will cause the members to sacrifice peanuts, etc., that will cause the support of any group of members. Any former officer that violates these laws is subject to be removed from his office under heavy restriction, etc., by the Prophet or the Grand Sheikh. Act 2. All members are to attend their added meetings and their public meetings promptly. If a member is found standing around on their meeting period, shall be fined 50 cents on the first case, and on the second, will be fined $1, which will go on your emergency fund. Islam. If member is working, his monthly dues must be paid. And if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to the Moorish Uplifting Fund, because it takes finance to uplift a nation. Act 3. It is lawful and divine duty of every good member, if he is able in finance, to aid me in saving the nation. And if he does not, he is an enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people, and justice must catch you. Let it be he or she, according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, that I have the power invested in my hands, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Islam. Act 4. All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend their meetings and send their children to Sunday school, and the teacher must confirm himself since he was able to do so, because out from your Sunday school comes the guiders of the nation. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they must know that they are part and parcel of this said government and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slave by slave owners in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Jalai, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a parcel of all of the Knights of the Moorish Science Temple. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become part of the uplifting of all in humanity. All North Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from a holy prophet, Noble Jalai, through the guidance of his Father God, Allah. Islam, Islam, Islam. May Allah bless the reading of our divine constitution, our additional laws, and our prayer Islam. And at this time, we will call to the floor Deputy Chiefess, Sister Elissa Thomas Bay. Islam, Deputy Chiefess.
Islam, Deputy Sheik, all is well?
Islam,
Islam, can you hear me?
Deputy Chief Mainstream Bay. Is Deputy Chief is on the
Islam.
call?
Islam, Deputy Sheikh Makabe, can you hear me?
Islam.
Islam,
At this time, we will proceed in the
Islam. Islam, Deputy Sheik, can you hear me?
Islam, Deputy Sheikh is Alyssa Thomas Bay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Deputy Sheik. I can hear you loud and clear.
Islam, yeah, we having a problem with him hearing us. I've been texting him and trusting that he can hear us, but he can't hear us. Islam?
Islam, Deputy Sheik. Islam, Deputy Sheik McAlvey, can you hear us?
Here with you now, sis.
Okay, good. Islam, all is well? Islam, giving thanks. Islam, this is Deputy Sheikess Alyssa Thomas Bay, and I will be facilitating our Sunday school this creation. But before I begin, I would like to rise. I would like to give all perfect praises to Allah, all of the divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammed, Buddha, and Confucius, our prophet in these days and time, Prophet Noble Jalai in his first, second, and third form. I would like to give honors to our National Grand Sheikh Joel Batten Bay, all of our national officials, all of our sheikesses, deputy sheikesses, members, students, citizens, and guests. I greet you all with Islam. At this time, I would like to ask for a volunteer in the leading of our 101 Quran questions for Moorish American children. Please press ** to unmute your line.
Islam?
Islam, Deputy Sheik, all is well?
All is truly well. Trusting all is well with you and the family.
All is well with me and the family. Your vibration is clear, and you have the floor, brother.
Giving thanks. This is Deputy Sheik Brother Cornelius Sanders Bay, calling out of Lake County, Florida Republic. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. First and foremost, I like to rise to my highest of heights and give all perfect praise to our Father God Allah, acknowledging our ancestors, known and unknown, recognizing and naming all true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, and the last prophet in these days and times, our illustrious Hebrew prophet, Noble Jew Ali, in his first, second, and third form. I would like to remain standing and extend those honors to our National Grand Sheik, Joel Bratton Bey, all national officials at headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland, all sheiks, sheikesses, deputy sheiks, and deputy sheikesses, and all of our friends, visitors, guests, citizens, students, members, children. I greet you all with Islam. I will be leading us in our reading for our Quran questions for Moorish children. So you can unmute your line and I will ask the question and you emit. Number 1, who made you?
Allah.
Number 2, who is Allah?
Allah is the Father of the universe.
Number 3, can we see him?
No.
Number 4, where is the nearest place we can meet him?
In the heart.
Number 5, who is Noble Drew Ali?
He is Allah's prophet.
Number 6, what is a prophet?
A prophet is Allah, manifested in the flesh.
Number 7, what is the duty of a prophet?
To save the nation from the wrath of Allah.
Number 8, who is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America?
Noble Jew Ali.
Number 9, what year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
1913 AD.
Number 10, where?
Newark, New Jersey.
Number 11, where was Noble Drew Ali born?
In the state of
North
Carolina,
1886.
Number 12, what is his nationality?
Moorish
American.
Number 13, what is your nationality?
American.
Number 14, why are we Moorish Americans?
Because we are Moroccan and
born in America.
Number 15, for what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
for the fallen humanity.
Number 16, how did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans?
by teaching them
By teaching them to be themselves.
Number 17, what is our religion?
Islam is
Number 18, is that a new or is that the old time religion?
old time religion.
Number 19, what kind of flag is the Moorish?
It is a red flag with a green star in the center.
Number 20, what do the 5 points represent?
love,
love,
truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
peace, freedom, and justice.
Number 21. How old is our flag?
It is over 10,000 years old.
10,000 years old.
Number 22. Which is our holy day?
Friday.
Number 23. Why?
Because Friday is the day of
Man was born in flesh.
and on Friday he
Friday, I'll be departed out of flesh.
Number 24. Who was Jesus?
he was a
He
prophet.
was a prophet of Allah.
Number 25. Where was he born?
in
Bethlehem of Judah, in the house of David.
Number 26. Who were his father and mother?
Joseph and Mary.
And Mary.
Number 27. Will you give in brief the line genealogy to which Jesus came?
Some of the great
Some
Some
of
of
the
the
great
great
prophets
prophets
which
through
Jesus came are
which Jesus came are
Boaz,
Abraham, Boaz, Ruth,
Jesse,
Jesse,
King
King
David,
David, Solomon, Ezekiel,
Hezekiah,
and Joseph by
and
Mary.
Joseph by Mary.
Number 28. Why did Allah send Jesus to this earth?
To save the Israelites from the iron hand of oppression of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, who were governing a portion of Palestine at that time.
Palestine at that time.
Number 29. How long has that been?
About 2,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago.
Number 30. What was the nationality of Ruth?
Ruth was a Moabite.
Number 31. What is the modern name for Moabites?
Moroccan.
Number 32. Where is the Moroccan Empire?
Northwest of Maghreb.
Number 33. What is the modern name for a maxim?
Africa.
Africa.
Number 34. What is the title given to our ruler in Morocco?
Sultan.
Number 35. Where do we get the name Jesus?
From the east.
From the east.
Number 36. What does the name Jesus mean?
Jesus means justice.
Number 37. Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name?
yes.
Yes, but it cannot be used by those
Number 38. What is an angel? Number 39. What are angels used for?
Very messages
to all nations.
Number 40. What is our prophet to us?
He is an angel of Allah
angel
who
of
brings
Allah
us
who
the
brings
everlasting
us the everlasting
gospel
gospel of
of
Allah.
Allah.
Number 41. What is the everlasting gospel?
It is a saving power
The
that
saving
comes
power
Saving power
comes from
that
Allah
comes
to
from
our
Allah
ancient
to
fathers
our ancient
by the
fathers
prophets.
by the prophets.
Number 42. What is the covenant of the great God Allah?
Honor.
Honor
Honor thy father and thy mother,
That
that thy days may be long upon the earth land which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
Has been.
Number 43. At what age did Jesus begin to teach?
At the age of 12.
12.
of 12.
Number 4. Where did he teach?
India,
India,
Africa,
Africa, and Europe.
Europe.
Number 45. How long did he teach?
18 years.
18 years.
Number 46. What did Jesus say that would make you free?
Truth.
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 Number 47. What is truth?
Truth is false.
Truth is all.
Number 48. What is ought?
Allah.
Is Allah. Is Allah.
Number 49. Can truth change?
Truth cannot
Cannot
pass
change
away.
or pass away.
Number 50. What other name do we give to truth?
Holy breath.
Number 51. What have you to say about holy breath?
All we can say is it is great, it is good, it was, evermore. Amen.
Evermore be.
Amen.
Amen.
Number 52. At what place on earth was a physical part of man formed?
In the Garden of
In the
Eden.
Garden of Eden.
Number 53. Where is the Garden of Eden?
Land of
In the
Canaan.
land of
Land of Canaan, in the city of Mecca.
Number 54. What is the modern name for the Garden of Eden?
Mecca.
Number 55. What is the name of the first physical man?
His name cannot be used only by executive order of
the MSTofA.
Number 56. What are the words of AC of the MST of A?
Third heaven.
Number 57. Who were Adam and Eve?
They are the mother and father of
Number 58. Where did they go?
They went
into Asia.
They went into Asia.
Number 59. What is the modern name given to their children? Number 60. Who is God in the holy city of Mecca today to keep the unbelievers away?
Angels.
Number 61. What is the modern name for those angels?
Asiatic.
Number 62. What is the shade of their skin?
Olive.
Number 63. Are the Moorish Americans any relation to those angels?
Yes. We all have the same father and mother.
Number 64. Give 5 names that are given to the descendants of Adam and Eve.
Lucifer, Satan, Dragon, and beast.
Number 65. What is the devil called?
The lower self.
Number 66. How many selves are there?
Two.
Number 67. Name them.
Higher self,
Lower self.
Number 68. What people represent the higher self?
The angels who protect the holy city of Mecca.
Number 69. What people represent the lower self?
Those who were cast out of the holy city of those who
Number 70. What is the higher self?
The higher self is the mother of virtue, harmony of justice, mercy, love, and right.
Number 71. Can the higher self pass away?
No.
Number 72. Why?
Because Allah. Amen.
Number 73. What does the lower self breed?
hatred, slander, murder, theft, everything
that harms you.
Number 74. What did the higher self say to the lower self at one time when he met him?
Where are you going? Satan.
Number 75. What was the answer that the lower self gave to the higher self?
I'm going to the earth.
Number 76. Has he finished his task of devouring?
Yes.
Number 77. When was his time declared out?
when you know Jesus on the cross.
Number 78. What are the last words Jesus uttered?
It is finished.
Number 79. What did he have reference to?
He had reference
to the end of Satan.
Number 80. Did Jesus say that he would return to conquer him?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 81. What is the name of the person into whom Jesus was first reincarnated?
Prophet
Muhammad the
Conqueror.
Conqueror.
Number 82. Was Satan to be bound then?
Satan was to be bound in heart.
Number 83. When was the head of Satan taken off?
1453.
5:10.
Number 84. By whom?
By Muhammad.
Number 85. Name some of the marks that were put upon the Moors of Northwest by the European nations in 1774.
Negro, black, colored,
Ethiopian.
Number 86. Negro.
A river
Given to West Africa by Moors because it contains black water.
Number 86. Negro.
A name given to a river in West Africa by Moors because it contains black water.
Number 87. What is meant by the word black?
black,
According to science.
Yes.
Number 88. What does the word colored mean?
colored,
Anything that has painted, or dyed.
Number 89. What does Ethiopia mean?
Ethiopia,
Means something divided.
Number 90. Can a man be a Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian?
no.
Number 91. Why?
Because man is made in the image
After the likeness of God, Allah.
Number 92. What title does Satan give himself?
God.
Number 93. Will you define the word white?
White means purity.
Number 94. To whom do we refer to at times as being the great God?
Allah.
Number 95. Is the devil made in the image and likeness of Allah?
No. He is the shadow of our lower self and will pass away.
Number 96. Who made the devil?
Elohim.
Number 97. Who is Elohim?
Elohim is the spirit that was, is, and ever was to be.
Number 98. What is Elohim sometimes called?
The seven eyes.
Allah.
Number 99. How many days are in the circle?
7 days.
Number 100. How many days are in a creation?
7 days.
Number 101. According to science, how many days are in a year?
7 days.
And that concludes the reading of our Quran questions for Moorish children. I'd like to thank you all for your participation, and definitely I'm being grateful and thankful because just a couple of weeks ago I was under the weather. I couldn't read the 101s, and I'm able to do it today. So Allahu Akbar. And I turn the floor back over to you, Deputy Sheikis Alyssa Thomas Bay.
Islam. Giving thanks, Deputy Sheik, in the leading reading of our Quran questions for Moorish Americans. And I would also like to thank everyone for their participation. And may Allah bless the reading of the Divine Constitution and bylaws, the additional laws for Moorish Americans, and the Quran questions for Moorish Americans. Islam. At this time, I am turning the floor over to our Moorish Children's Sunday School under the direct guidance of our Sheikh Gloria Terry L., the National Director of our Moorish Children's Sunday School. Islam Sheikh, please press star to unmute your line. Islam Sheikh, are you there?
Yes, I was asking was I unmuted, so when I didn't hear anything, I got my own answer. So I'm all right now. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome, Sheikh. You have the floor.
Thank you, family. Islam. I am Sheikah Gloria Cherry Eel, National Director of the Moorish Children's Sunday School. I am first rising to my highest height, always giving all perfect praises and honors, highest honors to Allah, the Mother, Father, God of the universe. I am giving honor to all the true divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, etc. And our last prophet in this new era time, our great illustrious Hebrew prophet, Noble Drew Allah, our Savior and Redeemer. In the first, second, and third form, I'm honoring all our ancestors, all Allah's divine attributes. I am recognizing and acknowledging all national officials, all our officers, all our members, our parents, all our children, our students, visitors, friends, family, and always the universe, Islam. I am now going to share our Moorish children's, universal prayer. Always taking time to send positive energies of prayers, of thoughts of healing blessings, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically to all throughout the universe. And indeed, we need this. At this time, I'd like to call to the floor our attendance and activities coordinator, Sister Chandrika Copeland-Eel, to share our roll call for this Sunday's creation. Islam, Sister, star, please.
Islam,
Sister, you have the floor.
Islam Moors, I am the activities and attendance coordinator for the Moorish Children's Sunday School. My name is Sister Chandrika Copeland L., and I am calling out of the Florida Republic. Rising to my highest of heights, giving all perfect praises and honor to Allah, the Mother, Father, God of the universe, giving honor to all true and divine prophets, Yashua, Muhammed, Buddha, Confucius, and lastly, in this era of time, our illustrious Hebrew prophet, Honorable Noble Drew Ali, in his first, second, and third forms. Extending my honors to our National Grand Sheikh, Joe Bratton Bay, our national officials, our deputy sheikesses and sheiks, our Moorish achievers, deputy Moorish achievers in training, members, and guests on the call. I greet everyone in and with Islam. Now proceeding to read the roll call for the Moorish Children's Sunday School. Sister Chandrika and Brother Claxton Copeland L. Jr. and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Deputy Sheikh Wanda Gomes Bay and Deputy Sheikh Cornelia Sanders Bay and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Deputy Sheikh Alyssa and Deputy Sheikh Kurt Thomas Bay and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Deputy Sheikh Ariana Sanders Bay and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Sister Rioni and Brother Justin Levi L. and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Deputy Sheikh Lakeisha and Deputy Sheikh Michael Simpson L. Jr. and family. If the family is present, please star. Sister Marion Toma and Brother Curtis Douglas and family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
Sister Shelley Waite Bay and Peterson family. If the family is present, please star.
Islam, we are all present.
If there are any enrolled families that I've missed and that are present, please unmute your lines, state your name, and say Islam or peace. If there are any visiting parents with children who are on the call, please state your name, your child or children's name, their ages, and where you're calling from. If the children would like to say Islam, please feel free to do so. We would like to welcome our visiting families to our Moorish village family. Islam, Islam, Islamism.
Islam, sister, thank you so very much, and thank you, family. We will now be sharing our balance in life. I will be sharing the introduction to our balance in life. At this time, continuing to be mindful of the importance of balance in life. We know our Moorish movement is balanced, being both divine and national. This balance keeps us connected to Allah and the laws we must govern ourselves by. I would like to now call to the floor our Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Sister Jaden Levi Eel. Islam, sister, please star.
Islam. Islam, this is Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Sister Jaden Levi Ill, calling out from Louisiana Republic, and I'm 11 years old.
First, I'd like to rise to my highest heights, giving all perfect praises to Allah, the Mother, Father, God of the universe. I'd like to remain standing and extend those honors to all of our true and divine prophets, naming Jesus, Muhammed, Buddha, Confucius, and our last prophet in these days and times, our honorable prophet, Noble Ali, in his first, second, and third form. I would like to give honors to all of our national officials at headquarters, all of our sheikhs and sheikesses, deputy sheikesses, all of our members, guests, and visitors on the call. And I'd like to get everyone in and with Islam. Starting with our divine side, can we have someone read keys 5 and 6, also 7 and 8, on page 1 of the Quran Questions for Moorish Children? This is a choice. All Moors who are able to read can read all 4 or just 2. Star Moors, you have the floor.
Islam.
Islam, Mighty Moor, you have the floor.
Islam. My name is Brother Christian Water Bay. I'm calling for the Republic and I'm 8 years old. I'll be reading 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5. Who is Noble Ali? He is Allah's prophet. 6. What is a prophet? A prophet is a thought of Allah manifested in the flesh. 7. What is the duty of a prophet? To save nations from the wrath of Allah. 8. Who is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America? Noble Ali, Islam and peace.
Thank you, Mighty Moor, for that powerful read. Now turning the floor back over to our beloved Sheikhish Cherry L. Islam, beloved, you have the floor.
Islam, sister, thank you so very much, and thank you, brother, for that powerful read. Islam, Islam, Islam. I would like to now call to the floor our Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Brother Jameson Dennis Bay. Islam, brother. Star. Islam, Sister Jaden, do you mind doing his part? I don't know if he's having trouble or not.
Islam?
Yes, you're here. Okay, brother, you have the floor.
Islam Wars. This is Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Brother Jameson is going to say. I'm 10 years old and I'm giving praises to Allah, the Mother, Father, God of the universe. I give honors to our sheikhs, sheikesses, members, and guests on the call. I greet you all with Islam. We will now have any more our keys numbers 38, 39, 40, and 41 on page 3 of the Quran Questions for Moorish Children. Islam, Mighty Moors.
Islam. I am.
Islam, Mighty Moor, you have the floor.
Thank you, brother. Islam, this is Sister Riley Bail Khan from Louisiana Republic, and I am 9 years old, and I'll be reading keys 38, 39, 40, and 41 on page 3 in our Quran Questions for Moorish Children. 38. What is an angel? An angel is a thought of Allah manifested in human flesh. 39. What are angels used for? To carry messages to the four corners of the world to all nations. 40. What is our prophet to us? He is an angel of Allah who was sent to bring us the everlasting gospel of Allah. 41. What is the everlasting gospel? It is a saving power that comes from Allah through our ancient fathers by his prophet. Islam and peace.
Islam, thank you, Mighty Moor, for that powerful read. Now give the floor over to our beloved Sheikh Sherry L. Islam, Sheikh, you have the floor.
Islam, brother, thank you. And thank you, sister. And thank you who, I didn't catch the brother's voice who yield the floor to our sister. So thank you for that also. Thank you. Islam. And now we're going to be blending divine and national. And for that, we're going to go to our Circle 7, chapter 47, and that's going to be on page 58. Can I have someone take their time and read verses 9, 10, 11, and 12. Star more. Yes, Islam, dear. I hear you.
Islam, my name is Sister Lovey Douglas, calling from the New York Republic, and I am 12 years old. 9. According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, black, or colored race attached to the human family, because all the inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the holy land of Canaan. 10. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. 11. There is no one who is able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator Allah himself. 12. These holy and divine laws are from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Uniting of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam and peace.
Islam, Islam, Islam. And thank you, sister, for that powerful read and sharing with our class today. Thank you. Now, Moors, we're going to be ending our balance in life. And I would like for someone to share with the class what is our Moorish foundation in truth? Islam.
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 My name is Brother Yasser Aaron Thomas Bay. I am 8 years old. The answer is the first 7 articles of the U.S. Constitution, which is the organic free constitution of the Republic, U.S.A. Islam and peace.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you, brother. Islam, Islam, Islam. And we know these first 7 articles connect us back to the great law of peace. And we know this is also connecting us to the national side of the movement that our Prophet Noble Drew Allah talks about in a warning in 1928. Again, this is the national side of our Moorish movement. And our little blue pamphlet, correct title is A Warning from the Prophet in 1928. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Moors. At this time, we're going to be opening the floor to everyone to exercise their 5 senses. Mighty Tiny Moors will always go first if possible, sisters first if possible, and followed by our magnificent young and older Moors. So now the floor is open. Star, everyone. Exercise your 5 senses.
Islam.
Islam.
Islam, my name is Tita, and I'm going to say, by my biblical or love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My tutor, by guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, to heart puppet, really on me. Allah.
Who made you?
Allah.
Who is Allah?
Allah is the Father universe.
Can we see him?
No.
Where is the nearest place we can meet him?
In the heart.
What is your nationality?
Moorish American.
What is our religion?
Islamic PBUH. I love you.
Islam, Islam, Islam. We love you. Islam, Islam, Islam. And thank you, sister. You seem like it was extra clear and strong today. So keep up the great work. We love you. Thank you, sister. Anyone else? would like to exercise their five senses, please star. Unmute your phone. More Moors, silence.
Islam.
Islam, dear.
Islam. My name is Brother Christian Malta Bay. I'm 8 years old, called a Florida Republic. My five principles are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Who made you? Allah. Who is Allah? Allah is the Father of the universe. Can we see Him? No. Where is the nearest place we can meet Him? In the heart. What is your nationality? Moorish American. What is our religion? Islamism. What is our holy day? Friday. Islam and peace.
Islam. Perfect. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Continue doing what you're doing. Y'all getting so strong. Islam. Anyone else would like to exercise their five senses? Please star.
Islam.
I yield.
Islam. Thank you, brother. Islam, this is Deputy Moorish Receiver and Trainer, Sister Jane Levi L. And today we have Brother Raheem Levi L. And he's 3 years old and he would like to exercise his five senses. Say Islam.
Islam, Raheem. Raheem. Say Islam. Say Islam, man. Say Islam, Raheem. Say Islam. Say love. Say love.
Say love. Say truth.
Say Islam and peace. Say Islam and peace.
Why you don't want to talk?
Islam and peace.
Islam.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your energy with our class today, brother. Thank you. Islam. Anyone? Oh, somebody yield?
Yeah.
You have the floor. Yes.
Islam. My name is Brother Yasser Aaron Thomas Bay. I am 8 years old. My five principles are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. My nationality is Moorish American. I love you all. Islam and peace.
Islam. We love you. We love you. Thank you, brother, for exercising your five senses of our class today. We love you. Thank you. Anyone else would like to exercise their five senses? Please star.
Islam.
Islam, sister.
Islam. My name is Sister Leffy Douglas, calling from the New York Republic, and I am 12 years old. My five principles are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Who made you? Allah. Who is Allah? Allah is the Father of the universe. Can we see Him? No. Where is the nearest place we can meet Him? In the heart. What is your nationality? Moorish American. Islam and peace.
Islam. Thank you, sister, for exercising your positive energy and love of our class today and your five senses. Thank you. Islam. Anyone else would like to exercise their five senses before we move on?
Islam. We'll yield.
Huh?
I didn't hear anyone else.
Islam. This is Sister Chandrika Copeland L. I have, what's your name?
Sister Saliva.
Sister Sonata Divine Copeland.
Copeland, the princess.
The princess. And how old are you?
3.
And you're 3. And we're calling from the Florida Republic. And what are your 5 principles?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
And Justice. Who made you? Who is Allah?
Allah is the Father of the universe.
Can we see him?
No.
Where is the nearest place we can meet him?
In the heart.
In the heart.
Yes.
Say Islam
and peace.
And peace.
Islam, 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 and thank you, sister, for exercising your positive energy and love with our class today and your five senses. Islam, it's so beautiful to hear our students this young be able to recite these keys and everything, because this is their foundation that we didn't get. So this really puts them on point for anything that they may face, because they know who they are. I just felt that, so thank you. Islam, anyone else would like to exercise their five senses before we move on, please? If not, I have a question. I know last week, Brother Deputy Moorish Achievement Trainer, Brother Jameson, had difficulty. I think maybe it was technical, and was you supposed to be reciting or reading our Act 6 key, and the Deputy Moorish Achievement Trainer, Sister Jane Levi, stood in for you. So I have you scheduled for today. So are you able to do that today, or you rather the Deputy the Deputy Moorish Achiever to do that? Islam? Brother Jameson Dennis Bay, are you able to hear me?
Islam?
Yes. Was you able to hear me?
Yes, Islam, I was.
Okay, so are you ready? Are you able today?
Yes, I am.
All right, dear. The floor is yours. Islam. Thank you.
Islam, this is Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Brother Jameson Dennis Bay. I'm 10 years old, and I will be reciting our key Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim our nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they must know that they are a part and partial of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained noble Drawli, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabit the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Islam and peace.
Islam, my dear, beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. I have one correction. At the beginning, it probably was a mistake. You said instead of saying their nationality, you said our nationality. So I just want to bring that up to you because I'm sure it was a mistake. So otherwise, it was perfect. I love it. Thank you, brother. Islam. Can someone support our Act 6 key and our brother, please, by sharing our 4 supporting statements to our Act 6 key. Please star.
Islam. Islam, this is Sister Riley Vial, calling from Louisiana Republic, and I am 9 years old, and I would like to recite our 4 supporting statements. 1. I am a Hebrew Muslim of Moorish descent. 2. We are nationality through genealogy. 3. We honor our forefathers and mothers by proclaiming our true nationality. 4. There are simple ways to call ourselves today that the roots of slavery, no bourgeoisie can redeem us. Islam and peace.
Islam, sister. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. Now, Morris, we're going to be going into our lesson for this Sunday's creation. And, last Sunday's creation, we finally finished some of the sacred symbolism of the picture of our, on the cover of our 101 questions. So this Sunday's creation, I will be doing a review. Very, very important. I am going to be doing a review of that, some of the keys in symbolism that we shared. All right. I'm asking everyone to take their pictures out as I share certain information. I want you to be looking, if possible, at the picture and get internally what we shared thus far. These are just some things that I chose for part of the review, so it can become a part of you all. Now, always remember the old saying, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So as you look at this picture, all of you all will be able to come up with some type of story or interpretation or something about this cover. It tells a story by itself by us going through some of the sacred symbolism of this cover. Very important. So I'm asking everyone to please be patient, because we're going to be reviewing we started May 2nd, 2021, and we finished August 15th, 2021. So I'm asking you to be patient. I want everyone to please use your divine listening skills so that you will be able to explain something, some symbol of this picture, something you will be able to explain to anyone. So I'm going to take my time and share. Again, be patient, use your listening skills. This is 3 months review. Starting with number 1. We see on the so-called front cover, and you know why we say so-called, because in science, this is actually the back of the cover. We know our 101, our authority is on the other side. So in science, that is actually the front side. So this is why Chica's Cherry is saying so-called. We see on the so-called front cover are the Quran questions for Moorish Americans, the 101 questions. The most prominent or noticeable figure is that of who? Prophet Noble Drew Allah. Doing what? Holding who? Humanity. Take a look at the picture. Keeping always in our mind this pictorial or visual on the cover is clearly letting us know or telling the what? The story of today we living in today, the story of present day humanity. Number one, our state of being. Look at us. Two, where we are today. Look at the picture. Three, where we need to be. That's the prophet putting his foot on the rock of salvation. That's where we need to be today. Pictures. Also, this pictorial representation speaks what? Volumes, or provides lots of information about who? The significance or importance of Prophet Noble Drew Allah and what? His holy and divine mission to who? The lost souls of humanity, which is who? Us. 3. Oh, 2. Humanity in the arms of the prophet. This figure, humanity, having the appearance of a what? Woe man, is in fact what our prophet called it. What? Humanity. You see it written on her womb, her garment? Now, upon examination of this figure, humanity, it is what? Unconscious. Look at the figure. It's vulnerable. It's passive. What? Left at the mercy of what? Negative, outside influences, etc. That is what? The cares of the world. You see that? This helpless figure is what? Fallen humanity. The prophet depicted or represented fallen humanity in the form of a what? Woman. Why? Very important, boys, that we get this confused. Because the feminine gender does what? Best describes the what? Nature of the what? Soul. All of us. Number one, it's sensitive. Number two, impressionable. Number three, intuitive. Number four, receptive. And 5, absorbing. Nature of the soul of all of us. This picture of humanity in the form of a woman lying limply in the prophet's arms does what? Represents the collective or the combined what? Soul of humanity. At this picture 3, the rock of salvation. The fact that humanity could not on its own do what? Reach what? The rock of salvation. But had to be what? Rescued. Saved from what? The cares of the world. That what? That watery grave. That water. All that water? Look at her. Look at humanity. The murky water, cloudy, dark, dreary, dim, muddy, stormy, misty, gloomy, etc., which describes the murky, watery grave. The rock onto which the prophet steps is what? Look at it. Salvation. Whew. salvation, which means what? Deliverance. Remember all those things I talked about, the jury water. The deliverance, liberation, release, freeing, or rescue from what? Sin. Sin. And it's what? Consequences. Also the what? Coming to peace and reconciliation, or reuniting with who? God, Allah. 4. The cares of the world. Those what? Negative. These are the cares of the world. Worldly influences, which does what? Entice, allure, and what? Strongly attract what? Soul. All of us. Soul of woman and man. Doing what? Turning us away from things spiritual and what? Causing what? Us to do what? Forget. This is what has happened to us. Forget our divine connection to Allah. The what? The all in all. Very important. This is what has happened to us. That's why the prophet came to redeem us, to save us. We forgot our divine connection to Allah. That's the key. That's why we're like we are today. What the things that are happening to us today. We didn't know this. We knew something was wrong until the prophet came. The prophet came to save us so that we can connect back to Allah. The what? The all in all. Number 5, the crescent and star. First and foremost, or most importantly, it is a what? Symbol of our faith, Islam. Which means what? Another thing, very important right here. Complete what? Submission. 2, surrender. And 3, obedience to the what? Will. Capital W-I-L-L. Will of Allah. Easy said than done. It's a process, Moors. We're all going through this. Reconnecting. Totally learning to submit completely. Surrendering. In obedience to the will of Allah, not our will. The crescent and star represents the faith or religion of what? Nature, divinely revealed. Both of these ancient symbols do what? Represent the electromagnetic nature of the what? Entire what? Physical universe. Powerful, something to think about. From the smallest atom with this positive and what? Negative charges to the distant or faraway galaxy. This electric magnetic principle is present. Something to think about. It is existing everywhere. A star is a sun, radiant, active, and what? Positive, electrical, and considered what? Masculine. A crescent is a what? Moon, passive, that is, that which does what? Fulfills the passive role of what? Reflecting the light. Negative, that is, that which does what? Draws to itself, absorbs, and does what? Retains what? Power. Very important. Power. It is receptive, magnetic, absorbing, and considered what? Feminine. This crescent moon and star, sun, are symbolic of the interplay, or I would say teamwork, between the feminine and masculine principles. Reflected in what? Everything, everywhere, throughout the universe. Also, they represent the counterbalance between the what? Powers of nature. The entire physical universe is built upon the fusion of what? Feminine and masculine principles, which represents what? Supreme balance, unity, order, and universal what? Harmony. What we need, harmony. The same truth is reflected in the what? Relation between the what? Sexes. When a what? Spiritually minded man who what? Represents the what? Sun, and a what? Spiritually minded woman who does what? Represents the moon, do what? Fall in love. I have a question mark by that. With each other, their two natures do what? Merge creatively, doing what? Stimulating and nourishing who? One another in a way that is what? Essential to do what? Creative inspiration. Men and women need to learn to be what? Sensitive to this interplay or teamwork, or be aware of the what? Power between them. Now, before we go to the last part 6, I have a question mark because I couldn't find my support, but someone has spoken to me about saying that we don't fall in love, but we don't fall into anything. So I couldn't find another word to support the meaning of fall in love. So that's why I had a question mark. So maybe someone else would know another term to use. But that was brought to my attention that you don't want to fall anywhere. Okay. Number 6. 2 clap hands with the word Asia written under them. 1. The importance of this sacred symbol is proven by the fact that it appears on what? All, ALL, of the major literatures of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Also, this symbol appears on other literatures with the word what? Unity, UNITY, written under them. We know this symbol is what? Ancient. And this sacred symbol, the 2 clasped hands, the prophet gave us a what? 1, an orientation, or what? Direction, or guidepost. Doing what? providing who? Us what? Sound directions on what ought to be the manner of who? Our social relations. With who? Other Asiatics. Something to think about. We don't think about that. We just think it's us. Two, Asiatics are what? Members of a what? Vast, huge, or extensive race of what? Olive hue people whose what? Origins can be what? Traced to Southwest Asia in the Garden of Eden. Very important, students. This includes who? All people except who? Europeans, pale-skinned nation. 3, our prophet teaches us the what? The divine truth. That there is but one race. The what? Human race. Which is subdivided into what? 2 races. 1, the Asiatic race, and 2, the European race. The Asiatic race does what? Includes all olive-hued what? Nationality groups. And the European race includes all what? All pale-skinned nationality groups whose origins can be what? Traced to Europe. 4, Asiatics of what? All nationalities should do what? Unite. 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 Why? Asiatics of various nationalities the world over have been what? Under genocidal assault, racial killing, not just us, all olive hues, extermination, massacre, Holocaust, etc. And this is approximately dating from the fall of Moorish Spain in 1492. For centuries, Asiatics, all of us, remember all the ones that are olive hue, not just us, of various nationalities have been what? Murdered, enslaved, exploited, and subjugated, conquered, suppressed, etc. Big question, why? Because we fail to do what? Recognize our own common what? Divine origin. We divide, we separate. We fail to recognize our commonality. We are members of the same race globally around the world or worldwide. Europeans do to us what they do. Why? Again, because we fail to recognize our commonality. Europeans see themselves as a what? Monolithic or a what? Single, great stone or something large and powerful that does what? Acts as a single, unified force. That's why they do what they do. We divide it. We separate ourselves. We don't know the principle of unity. That's why they're able to do what they're doing. We keep us divided. while we Asiatic sleep or are unconscious, they have formed a European Union. For what? Their social, political, and economic what? Well-being. In short, students, we must be accountable for our part now that we know the truth. We are responsible for learning and to put into action the lessons our prophet has and is given us to what? Uplift ourselves first and fallen humanity. Knowing that nationality is the order of the day. I borrowed this from our brother who does our Zoom. And I just think it's just perfect. It's a perfect title. Nationality is the order of the day. In this new era of time, that to me is the unity and foundation. So again, this is some of the review. There is more, but this is the ones I chose. So I'm trusting that this will help us whenever we look at this picture, or you need to describe this picture to somebody, or somebody might ask you a question about it, or just for yourself. So there's a lot in this picture. So I want to thank everybody for their input, especially my staff, for helping us be able to do this demonstration on the cover of our 101 questions. So now, students, I'm going to announce what next week's home assignment will be. Now, because you know it is marked as a surprise on your syllabus, we will be doing something creative and fun, and is entitled our Moorish Visual Art Project. So perk up your ears. I know we have some creative students out there, all ages, no limit. And we know we got some beautiful, beautiful artists out there. So, students, with the help of your parents, only if needed, please draw or trace the cover picture of the 101 questions for Moorish American, the same picture that we've been demonstrating. I want my artists to get your heads together. When you are done, after you trace the picture or you want to draw it on your own, however way you want to do this picture, I want everyone, after you've done the picture, with the help of your parents, those who need help, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize all the things in the picture as some examples. 1, what color is the water? 2, how bright is the sun? 3, what color clothing is the prophet and humanity wearing? Again, these are just a few examples to think about. Students, I want you to be very creative and make your picture come to life with beautiful, bold colors. I don't care how creative and whatever you're able to do to make your picture come to life. When you are finished, please stand or take a picture and send it via email any day before Saturday, 4 p.m. This is very, very, very important, this part right here. This will give me proper time to do my part. Students, I will be speaking on all of your beautiful artwork, and it will be uploaded to our Moorish website at a later date. So everybody always know that when you get your syllabus, my information is always on the syllabus. This is by our sister, Deputy Sheikah Elissa Thomas Bay does our syllabus. So she always makes sure that my information is uploaded. In other words, the email is there and my phone number. So I want you all to put your artistic work, put your heads together, and I want everyone to do this beautiful home assignment. And as I said, at a later date, we're going to upload this to our website. This is very, very important. So, students, this is the surprise. And this totally ends our segment on the sacred symbolism of our 101 question for Moorish Americans, the picture. And there's a lot involved in that picture. Think about the lessons we've gone through since May. Think of things that you want to do. Do your own thing. We're all creative. We're all creators. And we're all creatress. So again, I want to thank everybody for that. And now I'd like to open the floor to Sister Copeland Eel to share our home assignment for the Sunday's creation. Islam, Sister Star. And thank you, Moors, for being patient because that was like 3 months of review. Islam, Sister.
Islam,
dear.
Islam Moors. I am the Activities and Attendance Coordinator for the Moorish Children's Sunday School. My name is Sister Chandrika Copeland L., and I'm calling out of the Florida Republic. Now proceeding to read the home assignment for this Sunday's creation. This Sunday's creation will focus on last week's Sunday school lesson, where Sheikh Sherry L. demonstrated on the European Union and its purpose. With that in mind, what is the European Union? Why was this union formed? How did people benefit from this union? For our magnificent Moors, 7 years and older, please demonstrate on the questions above in 2 to 3 paragraphs. For our magnificent, mighty, tiny Moors, 0 months to 7 years, spell the word union and use the word in a mighty sentence. Islam, beloved.
Islam, Sister, excuse me, thank you so very much. And students, the floor is open for you to share your home assignment for today, this Sunday's creation. Islam, please, star.
Islam,
dear.
Islam, my name is Brother Christian Bay. I'm 8 years old, Conifort and Public, Florida Republic. What is the European Union? 25. It is a 25 nation political and economic bloc called the EU. 2. Islam and peace.
Islam, my dear. Thank you so much, Brother Christian, for demonstrating your home assignment and what is the European Union. I love you, brother. Beautiful. Islam, Islam, Islam. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share the home assignment? Please, star.
Islam.
Islam. Islam, brother.
My name is Brother Yasir Aaron Thomas Bay. I am 8 years old. The European Union was 25, but now 27 countries that formed together for money and power. They trade goods and services with each other only. They work together to create the euro. The Europeans benefit from this union because it made them rich and powerful. They use their power for negative things at times. They keep their neighborhoods and communities strong, while Asiatics have to fight to keep theirs going. We have to unite and work together for the common good of us all. Islam and peace.
Islam, 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 and thank you, Yasir Thomas Day. Very, very powerful, and thank you for being able to realize the difference in what we need to do as a unit. You know, that's part of slavery. That's how they kept us divided. They will have us work against each other, you know. So it got to a point that the Europeans didn't have to do it no more. The so-called slave masters, they had to do it no more. We just do it automatically to ourselves. So that's why the prophet had to come and teach us to learn to do what? Love instead of hate. These are our brothers and sisters all over. Forget your sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. Did I give the bell to the first demonstrator of the home assignment? I don't recall. Either way, here's your bell. Islam, the floor is still open.
Islam.
Islam.
Islam, my name is the announcement today. By calling from the Florida Republic. Calling for a public.
The Union.
Union.
U-N-I-O-N. Union.
Union.
The Moorish.
American.
And the pale skin.
European.
Formed. A union. Say, I can't wait. To draw. Say Islam and peace.
Islam and peace. Peace. I love you all.
Islam, my dear sister Anira, thank you. First of all, we love you. We love you. We love you. We love your family. Islam, thank you for demonstrating on your home assignment on the word European Union, the word union, and also using it in a mighty powerful sentence. And I can't wait to see your picture neither. Islam, sister Anira, we love you. Thank you. Anyone else like to exercise the home assignment?
Islam. This is Sister Riley Rael calling from Louisiana Republic, and I'm 9 years old, and I like to exercise my homework assignment. What is the European Union? It is 25 nations, political and economic bloc called the EU, European Union. Why was the Union formed? The EU was formed to facilitate or make easy the flow and free exchange of goods and services. How did people benefit from this union? They benefit by changing the individual national currency by creating a common European common currency Europe called Euro, which now rivals the American dollar in strength. Islam and peace.
Islam, Sister Raleigh, thank you for the intensive demonstration of your home assignment in what is the Union? What is the European Union? Why was the Union formed? And how people benefited from this union. So again, sister, thank you very much. Beautifully, beautiful. Thank you. Anyone else? Demonstrate the home assignment. Star Moore.
Islam.
Islam.
This is Deputy Marshal Achiever in Training, Sister Jaden Levi Ill, calling out from the Louisiana Republic, and I'm 11 years old. And I would like to exercise my home assignment. What is the European Union? This happened while Asiatics were asleep mentally and unconsciously, not aware. This is how the Europeans were able to create a 25-nation political and economic bloc called the European Union. This union would facilitate or make easy the flow and free exchange of goods and services by eliminating individual national currency by creating a common currency called finance euro, by creating a common currency called the finance euro, which now rivals the American dollar in strength. Presently, a serious discussion is afoot or in action concerning their creating a EU army, and even though not every European ruled nations isn't yet part of the EU, they all support its principle and basic philosophy. The formation of the EU was for economic and political, financial institute of Africa, Asia, South and Central America, focusing on weaker, undeveloped nations. In order to stop this, we must all proclaim our nationality, all Asiatics of hue. Islam and peace.
Islam, sister, very beautifully presented. You have a lot involved in there. You covered everything, and I like that you was able to me, internalize actually the concept of the European Union and the reason why we, as a nation of olive hue, need to come together and unite with part of our lesson, knowing our commonality between us. And first of all, we, Moorish Americans, need to first proclaim our nationality, because we set the example for everybody to follow. So once we come together like we're supposed to, then automatically all will fall in place. But the key lies in our hands. So again, sister, thank you for your demonstration of your home assignment. Beautifully presented. Islam. Anyone else? Please star. Islam, sister.
Islam, my name is Sister Lovey Douglas, calling from the New York Republic, and I am 12 years old. According to Sheikah Cherry L's demonstration, the European Union, also known as the EU, was created when Europeans throughout Europe formed a 25-nation political and economic bloc. Since it had 25 nations, they made a common currency called euros that everybody had access to for their global benefit, which is one of the reasons why it was formed. Many people benefited from it economically and politically, and because it made them stronger. Islam and peace.
Islam, Sister Douglas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautifully presented to the class. And also, I'm feeling you are internalizing and getting a clearer understanding of what the European Union was all about and is all about, and how it still affects us as a nation, Asiatics, today. So again, thank you for your demonstration, beautifully presented. Thank you. We love you. Is there anybody else before we close? Islam?
Islam. This is Sister Chandrika Copeland, Elder Activities and Attendance Coordinator. I have
Shania with the white coat.
And how old are you?
3.
3. So we're calling from the Florida Republic. And I would like her to exercise her 5 senses on her home assignment this Sunday's creation. Okay, our Moorish sight word is union. Let's say union. Say union.
Union.
Let's spell union. U. N. I. O. N. Union. The union is strength. Say Islam.
Islam, Sister Sanaira, thank you for demonstrating your home assignment and using the word union in a very mighty powerful sentence. So again, I want to thank you. We love you and continue doing what you're doing. Thank you, Sister Sanaira. We love you. Islam Moors? Anyone else? All right, Moors. We're now
Islam Moors. This is Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Brother James from Dennis Bay. I'm 10 years old and I'm calling from the Florida Republic. And I'd like to exercise my 5 senses on my home assignment. The European Union is an organization that Europeans created to secure finance and money, and it is an economic union of 27 member states that are located primarily in Europe. The member union has a total area of more than 4 million and estimates total population of 447 million. According to Europeans, the union purpose is to promote peace, establish a undefined and economic military system, break down barriers to trade and borders. People benefit from this because you can gain more money and build a safer environment for children and people. Islam and peace.
Islam, Deputy Force Achievement Training, Dennis Bay. Thank you for demonstrating on the European Union, its purpose, and how it benefits the people of this union. And also, thank you for, I think you were saying about the, you was talking about, you was breaking down the union itself. Oh, all right, and why it was formed and how many people that it consists of. So again, thank you for your extensive, research, because those are certain things that I didn't even cover. So you went beyond. So I thank you again for bringing some extra. That's what you all do. Bring in some extra information and add on to. So again, thank you for sharing that information with our class today. Thank you. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Morris. This is our portion of the children's Sunday school, and we are closing now. And I am closing in the divine spirit of gratitude and thankfulness, and in the spirit of love divine. Peace, 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 and more peace. Again, thank you, and I love you all.
Islam.
Oh, Scott. All right. I forgot to open the floor to any visiting children that has come on the call during the time of the children's Sunday school. If they have anything they would like to share with the class, we always open the floor to them first. And then if any students have anything to share. So thank you, brother, for reminding me. Floor is open.
Islam.
Islam, dear.
Islam Morris. This is Deputy Moorish Achiever in Training, Brother Jameson Dennis Bay. I'm 10 years old and I'm calling from the Florida Republic. And I would like to exercise my 5 senses on the word self-control. Self-control is when you are in charge of what you do and what you say. You use self-control to listen and follow directions. You keep calm and speak to others in a kind way at all times. Self-control helps you to not do things that may be harmful to others and yourself. Self-control helps you stay safe, be successful, and create peace in life. Islam and peace.
Islam, my dear, thank you, thank you, thank you for our word for this day and the week and for always. Self-control. We all need to activate self-control. And thank you for sharing the principles and characteristics of someone who demonstrates self-control. So thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now more the children's portion is totally finished for the day. Thank you all. Love you all. Peace.
Islam, Islam, Islam. As always, giving an abundance of thanks, love, and light to our Sheikhs, Glory Chariel, our National Director of our Children's Sunday School, the children in our Sunday School, and the Sunday School staff for their teachings, guidance, lessons, and energy. It is truly appreciated. Islam. At this time, we'll briefly be opening the floor for the adult segment of our Moorish Children's Sunday School for questions and answers pertaining to our 101 keys. If anyone has a question, please press ** to unmute your line. Islam.
Islam Deputy Sheikh is Alyssa Thomas Bay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Islam Deputy Sheikh. I hear you loud and clear.
Islam. I was just giving you a heads up and letting you know that our National Grand Sheikh will not be able to join us this Sunday, but he deposited his Islams and loves unto everyone. Islam and peace.
Islam. Giving thanks, Deputy Sheikh, for that important announcement. Islam. Islam. If there's anyone that has a question in reference to the 101 keys, please press ** to unmute your line. Islam. Islam. I would like to acknowledge and welcome any guests or visitors at this time. The floor is open for you to introduce yourself. Islam.
Islam Deputy Sheikh, may I have a moment?
Oh, Islam Divine Minister. Yes, you can. The floor is yours. Islam.
Thank you, beloved. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praises to Allah. Honors to all the true and divine prophets. Honor to our messenger of nationality, birthright, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, my brothers and sisters Adams, our deputy officers, members, visitors on our National Sunday School Conference call. Islams to you all. Giving thanks and praises. More as well, this is your opportunity to participate as the Deputy Chief just put forward. But I am just stopping for the moment to add on to a thought. I'll go from the last thought. The first European Union, we must understand the science of the European was the use of the word white and this use of the concept of ethnicity and replacing nationality so that they all become white and they lose the nationality of German, etc. But the European Union as it stands is just everything our children expressed and more. But more importantly, the concept that the Sheikh has brought forth, and I agree with, we should never fall in love. First, we must stand on the principle of love in all that we do. Stand on the principle of love, all that we do. Then stand in love with all that we communicate. And when we find that divine union of masculine or feminine masculine principle, we grow in love. So when the speakers mentioned it, I also have dealt with that over the years, and that's what I've come up with, that we will stand on love, stand in love, and when it comes to that divine union, we grow in love from our standing in love. Moors, this is your Sunday school. Please participate. Giving thanks and praises, Deputy Speakers. I return the floor to you. Thank you for the moment. Peace.
Islam Divine Minister, thank you for blessing us with your presence and putting that information on the floor. It's greatly appreciated. The floor is still open for anyone that has any questions in reference to the 101 keys. Please press star to unmute your line. Islam.
Islam,
brother.
Islam, beloved Deputy Sheik. It's my sister. How you doing? This is Deputy Sheik on the Hyacinth Hill, calling out of Kings County, New York Republic.
Oh, Islam, Deputy Sheik. I didn't even catch your voice. All is well. Your vibration is strong, and you have the floor.
Thank you much, Islam. Greetings to everyone on the call. Islamism. Rising to my highest heights, giving all praises to Allah. All our divine prophets, namely Jesus, Muhammed, Buddha, and Confucius, and our last prophet in these days and time, the illustrious, honorable Hebrew prophet, the Savior, Redeemer, known as Noble Drew Ali in all forms. I extend those honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Marcus Messiah Garvey, to all our ancestors, to all those who we will be ancestors of, to all those on the call, all our genius Moorish students who just finished demonstrating their wonderful intellect and at how fast they adapt to the lessons in life. We honor you, young ones, and of course we honor all our Moorish Sunday School staff for their guidance and direction of them, including our Sunday School director, Sheikah Cherry Hill. Islam. I greet everyone with peace and love. So yes, I have a question I would like to place on the floor. Maybe we can spark some conversation. Islam. So my question refers to key 16. How did the Prophet begin to uplift Moorish Americans? And of course, the answer is by teaching them to be themselves. So my question is, how do you know when you're being yourself, and what of the prophet's lessons are you applying that helping you to be yourself? Islam.
Islam Deputy Sheikh, giving thanks for putting that question on the floor. So, family, you heard the Deputy Sheikh. Anyone want to put their answer on the floor?
Islam.
Long.
I yield to Deputy Sheikh.
Giving thanks, Justin Levy Hill. Appreciate you much, beloved. Islam. Islam. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Deputy Sheikh. You have the floor.
Giving thanks, beloved. It's Deputy Sheikh Cornelius Sanders Bay, calling out of Lake County, Florida Republic. We rise into my highest of heights, giving all perfect praises to Allah. Beautiful question on the floor posed by Deputy Sheikh. And going from key 16, saying, how did the Prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans? By teaching them to be themselves. So when we know we're being ourselves, when we are in our higher self, that's when we know that we're being ourselves. So I refer to key 70. What is the higher self? The higher self is the mother of virtues and the harmonies of life, and breeds justice, mercy, love, and right. And then we also know that key 73, what does the lower self breed? Hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. So we know we're not being ourselves when we're in our lower selves, because that breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. So we know that our Prophet brought to us and taught us and gave us that awareness in key 66. How many selves are there? 2. Key 67, name them, higher self and lower self. So I would say with one of the many lessons that our Prophet has brought us, because he brought us a whole book, the Circle 7, the book of the 7 seals. So it all applies. But I would say chapter 3, Elihu's lessons, the unity of life, is definitely something that I strive to work into my daily life, and what I use to get back to be myself, to remember to stay in my higher self, because of European psychology and being in the lower self for so long and not even knowing self. So and definitely our when we open our Circle 7 on page 3, know thyself and thy father God Allah. And that's also something that I apply to my life also, in my daily life and everyday life. And with that, I put a period behind my commentary and demonstration. I appreciate the time. I hope that helps and gets some dialogue started. And I yield the floor back to you, Deputy Sheikess Alyssa Thomas Bay.
Islam, giving thanks, Deputy Sheikh Cornelius Sanders Bay, for you exercising your 5 senses on the floor, and also for you always bringing it back to the Prophet's literature and the things that he divinely prepared and set forth for us to use as guidelines and blueprints, because it's a constant battle between higher self and lower self, and all of the lessons and these tools are here to guide us, for us to look over, keep studying, and tapping into. So giving thanks for pointing that out. Islam. I would like to give the floor to Brother Justin Levi L, I believe, that was trying to come in. Islam.
Islam Deputy Sheikh, can I be heard?
Yes, you can be heard loud and clear, brother. You have the floor.
Islam, beloved, thank you much. This is Brother Justin Levi, our Louisiana Republic, rising to my highest heights, giving all perfect praises to Allah, the Mother, Father, God of the universe, giving honors to all true and divine prophets, those that we speak of and those that we don't, naming and recognizing Jesus, Muhammed, Buddha, and Confucius, and our last prophet in this day and time, our illustrious Hebrew prophet, our Redeemer, Noble Drew Ali, in his first, second, and third form. I would like to remain standing and give honors to all of our officials at headquarters, our National Grand Sheikh, Joe Bay, all Sheikesses, Sheiks, Deputy Sheikesses, all members, guests, our illustrious children, I would like to greet everyone in and with Islam. In reference to Deputy Sheikh Ramel Hyacinth Ill's question, also a beautiful demonstration by my brother, Deputy Sheikh Cornelius Sanders Bay. Kind of similar to what I was going to state, apply anything that the Prophet brought to us as instructions. We know the fallen sons of North America must learn to love instead of hate. At this time, I'm learning how to love. I didn't realize I didn't know so much until I came into this movement. But coming into the Prophet's teachings and understanding, working with my understanding, and honors to all the brothers and sisters that helped me with my understanding. I appreciate y'all much, and I love y'all much for that. As I go, I grow, and I'm learning this. The more I learn this, I'm learning this a lot that I don't know. So I'm trying to be patient with myself, and I'm learning how to love. And first and foremost, I think that's our first principle for a reason, and it's vital that we learn that. And if we understand what the Prophet has brought to us, we'll understand how vital that is. It starts with us, and we have to make sure that we're applying these lessons, like the brother stated, my good brother Deputy Sheikh prior, Elihu's lessons. is one of my favorite chapters in the Circle 7, but I think it's verse 3, and it states, "Blessed are those who will love and not basically expect love in return." I'm paraphrasing. I don't have my Circle 7 in front of me at the moment, but that's a very vital key, and I'm learning how to do that right now. Before I apply any other thing, before I proclaim anything, before I do anything, I need to learn how to love. Islam, I yield the floor. I love you all. Peace.
Islam, giving thanks, Brother Justin Levi L, for exercising your 5 on the question that was put on the floor. And I agree with you. In reference to love being the first principle, and you stating that it's there for a reason. Without love, without the intent of love, without doing things in love, a lot of things don't seem to grow or prosper. They die out when they don't come from the heart. So I definitely feel that love is the first principle, and it was divinely put in place as the first principle by the Prophet, so that we understand that love is one of the strongest tools that we have to utilize. And through love and with love, we will be able to rise above anything. So I just want to point out that it's great that you are being patient with yourself and you're learning how to love, and just keep diving into the Prophet's lessons and his principles. And like you said, the instructions, because all of this is instructions that he set forth, and you'll continue to rise to your higher self. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. Islam. Was there a brother that was saying Islam? Islam.
This is Jermaine. Islam. All is well. Deputy Sheikh.
Islam, brother. You said your name is, pardon self. I didn't catch your name.
Islam. This is Jermaine Michael Fowler L. Islam. How you doing?
Islam, brother Fowler L. All is well. All is well. Your vibration is strong, and you have the floor, brother.
Thank you for all that you do. Greatly appreciate it. Islam. I would like to rise to my highest heights and give all perfect praise to Father God of the universe, known to us as Allah. I give all honors to all our ancestors, knowing and unknown, recognizing and naming a few and true divine prophets, Yashua, Muhammed, Buddha, Confucius, and the last prophet in these days and times, the illustrious Hebrew prophet, noble, true Allah. I extend those honors to our National Grand Chief, Joe Bratton Bay, all the national officials, all the sheikesses, deputy sheikesses, and members on the call, children, guests, and those who are just first time arriving. I greet you all with Islam. I'm going to just camel back off the brother who was just on in regards to the first principle, which is love. And in our 101, the first question is, who made you? right? And Allah is the answer, right? So Allah is the answer. That's the first person that's the first creation. That's the first deity that you need to be in love with and trying to get to that loving point, because you have to have establish a relationship with Allah first before you get to that higher point. And for those who don't know about construction or anything, in order for you to build a skyscraper, you must have a strong foundation. So you must establish a relationship with Allah and then go about taking care of your business of loving others afterwards. But Allah is key. And once you establish that relationship, then afterwards you can proclaim your nationality and things like that, because we are born as Moors. We are a part of this system. We knew Allah before we even knew ourselves. So we have to get back to that establishment of knowing the creator, the illustrator, the author of all things that made everything across this land, and knowing how we are to serve him wholeheartedly. And once we do that, everything else falls into place. I put a period behind my statement, and I love y'all dearly. I say peace, peace, peace.
Islam, giving thanks for your presence and you exercising your 5 senses on the question, Brother Fowler L. I agree with you 100%. You always have to have a strong core, a strong foundation, to stand on, to build on, so that, everything can flow smoothly. And it's always good to go back to the author, as you stated, the source of everything, because once you tap into that, you have a really smooth blueprint to follow. And it just made me think about the question a little bit more. And when we think about it, you know that you're being yourself because you are pretty much following the guidelines and you're adhering and actually learning the tools that the Prophet brought to us. And the question is, what are those tools? We're talking about nationality. We're talking about birthrights. We're talking about the ways of our ancient forefathers, our creed, our principles, our proper status, our religion. These are some of the things that the Prophet brought back to us, because when we pretty much went by the names of that diluted slavery, and we lost our nationality and our birthrights, and we were taught a completely different system of history, the Prophet kind of came back and taught us what we already had within, what we stem from, because no one can actually take that, Sometimes people reteach us things, and then we have children, and that children learn that new system, and then they have children, and they learn that new system until they think it's their system. So what the Prophet did was brought back to us everything that stemmed from us. And if you look at Key 16, as the Deputy Sheikh put out there, if you look before that, look at 12. What is his nationality? Moorish American. 13. What is your nationality? Moorish American. 14. Why are we Moorish American? Because we are descendants of Moroccans born in America. 15. For what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? For the uplifting of fallen humanity. 16. How did the Prophet begin to uplift Moorish Americans? By teaching them to be themselves. 17. What is our religion? Islamism. So it falls in a perfect symphony of all the things that the Prophet had to reteach us, bring back to us. So to truly be yourself is to indulge in what comes from you, stems from you, from your ancestors, from your foremothers, your forefathers, something that stems from your lineage. And it feels natural. It becomes natural. So that's how you know you're being yourself, A lot of us came into the movement and we were searching for something. We knew something was missing. We knew something wasn't right. And I've heard countless brothers and sisters said when they got into the temple, all the dots started to connect. Something came alive within. Your heart was full. And that's because you're learning how to be yourself, your home. So that's one of the ways that you can be yourself, or you're being yourself, is when it feels natural. This feels right. When you're following these instructions and these tools, because it stems from you. It's not something that's created. It's within, because that is what your ancient foremothers and forefathers was all about. And you're just relearning what they tried to make you forget. So that's just my 5 senses on that. The floor is still open for anyone that would like to exercise their 5 senses in reference to this question. Islam?
Islam.
Islam, Divine Minister. Is that Divine Minister?
Islam. That's it. Yes, it is.
Okay. How are you today? All is well?
All is well, sister. All is well. Deputy Chief.
Oh, very good. Well, your vibration is strong, and you have the floor.
Okay. Thank you, Deputy Speaker Thomas Bay. I'm Sheikh Lawrence Young Bay, National Treasurer and Divine Minister out of the state of North Carolina Republic. Out of North Carolina Republic, not the state. First, I rise to my highest height, giving all perfect praises to Allah, to honor our ancestors. Some we know, some we don't. To all our true and divine prophets, just to name a few: Jesus, Muhammed, Buddha, and Confucius, and the last prophet in these days and times, our Redeemer, our illustrious Hebrew prophet, Noble Drew Allah in the first, the second, and the third form. I extend my honors to the forerunner for Noble Drew Allah, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and to our National Grand Sheikh Joe Bratton Bay, and to our grand body, to Sheikhs, Sheikesses, Deputy Sheikesses, brothers and sisters and parents, the students in our Sunday school, and everyone on the call. I greet you with love and Islam, which means peace, peace, peace. All the brothers and the sister who spoke before me was very true. I just gonna add my little bit to it, to what they said, and all they said, they had pretty well covered it. Question key 16: how did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans? By teaching them to be themselves. Prior to the advent of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali among us, we were not ourselves. We had fallen victim to a propaganda which conditioned us to despise anything natural about ourselves, a vicious propaganda that warped our perception of ourselves, making us anti-Moorish, anti-African, anti-self. Our self-image and sense of self-worth had been so brutally attacked and thoroughly displaced. We sought comfort in attempting to be anyone but ourselves. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali uplifted us by teaching us that we are a spirit and a part of Allah, that we have embedded within us the potencies and attributes of Allah, that we have within us unlimited capabilities for progress, that our ancient forefathers and foremothers were first civilizations of the old world and founders of civilization, that we, the authors of science, technology, literature, mathematics, medicine, chemistry, astronomy, theology, architecture, philosophy, and all other branches of learning. For sure, in this knowledge of self is a saving power, a redemptive power which lets us Moorish Americans know that we are true success, happiness, and fulfillment in life can only come from the knowledge of self and of God Allah. That's what I had to add. I'll turn it back into the hands of the moderator, Deputy Sheikh is Thomas Muhammad Eel. Excuse me, Thomas Bay. Islam, I'm sorry, Moors. Apologize for that. Islam.
Islam, the Prime Minister, all is well. And thank you so much for sharing and exercising your 5 on the floor. I completely agree with you. As was stated, we have definitely been taught to pretty much despise anything that's natural, that's anti-self. And we see that with the media, the music, and just the perceptions that's thrown out there in reference to our people on a daily basis. And I love the fact that you brought it home with highlighting that happiness comes from knowledge of self, because we know that happiness comes from within, and that is the knowledge of self, and with the love and the understanding we have of Allah and knowing that we're one with Allah. So I think that was a great point to put on the floor. So giving thanks for your demonstration. Deputy Sheikh, does the answers satisfy the question? Islam?
Well, yes, the answers more than satisfy the question. I'd like to thank Sheikh Young Bey for imparting his wisdom on us again. He's been on a roll this weekend. Islam to him. And to everyone else that demonstrated on the call. And if I could briefly add on to the demonstration, I would like to as well, because we like to answer the questions that we pose on the floor, just so that you don't feel nobody feels left out. We have to be able to be our own answer as well. Islam,
Deputy Sheikh, you have the floor.
Islam. So, as touched upon by many other brothers who demonstrated, wonderful demonstrations by everyone. So, in Elihu's, subhanAllah, key 16 also relates to key 66. How many selves are there? 2. Name them: the higher self and the lower self. In chapter 3 of our Holy Quran, Circle 7, Elihu's lessons the unity of life. If we go down to verse 14, if you ask me what to study, I would say yourselves, and you will have studied them. And then would ask me what to study next, I would reply yourselves. Hold on. Islam, Moorish, if you're not speaking, please put your phone on mute. Yes, continuing. Key 15. Verse 15. SubhanAllah. Verse 14, chapter 3, Holy Quran, Circle 7. If you would ask me what to study, I would say yourselves, and you will have studied them, and would ask me what to study next, I will reply yourselves. He who knows well his lower self knows the illusions of the world, knows of the things that pass away, and he who knows his higher self knows Allah, knows all the things that cannot pass away. Thrice blessed is the man who has made purity and life and love his very own. He has been ransomed from the perils of the lower self and is himself his higher self. We know we are being ourselves when we are happy with ourselves. Happiness comes from within, and from knowing that we are following the precepts of Allah, as mentioned in our Circle 7, paraphrasing, of course. I wanted to focus on this ransom because being ourselves and knowing ourselves means acknowledging our lower selves. And we always in a continual struggle against our lower selves, as mentioned, right? And here in verse 16, it says, he has been ransomed from the perils. And of course, perils means danger, right? But the ransom, it says, the definition of this coming from the Random House College Dictionary, says the redemption of a prisoner, a slave, or kidnapped person of captured goods, etc., for a price. The price paid or demanded, a means of deliverance or rescue from punishment for sin, especially the payment of a redemptive fine. So I'm gonna stop there. So we see ransom is redeeming something from captivity. And it says has ransomed his higher self from his lower self. So even in our journey from higher self to lower self, and in these lessons and applying these lessons to ourselves, we are always at the risk of our lower self kidnapping and hijacking this physical being and our behavior, as demonstrated by our wonderful young Moorish achiever, Brother Denison Smith Bay, always bringing wonderful, strong words to the floor, self-control. We cannot allow our lower selves to kidnap our higher selves by not being in control of both. So we must know both well and apply these lessons to both so that our higher selves can flourish and we can truly know Allah, and so that we can hammer home these lessons so it becomes a part in every part, so that even our physical lower self being does not become a detriment to ourselves by allowing our higher selves to be kidnapped by the lower self. So the lessons I apply from the Prophet is continual to study self so that I don't surprise myself. Islam, I return the floor.
Islam. Giving thanks, Deputy Sheik, for exercising your 5 on your question, and also reiterating that the lower self is a struggle and we're in a constant battle. And I would just say, brothers and sisters, don't give up. Just keep fighting. Just don't give up. Islam. Was someone trying to come in? Islam?
Yes,
Islam, Divine Minister?
Islam.
Okay.
Yes, beloved.
I got you. You have the floor, Divine Minister.
Thank you, beloved. Sheikh Rania Eel, calling in from Southwest Mexico on the eastern side of the Atlantic, again, rising to give all praises and honors in order. Giving thanks to my brother, Deputy Sheikh Romel Hyacinth for bringing that question number 16 to the floor. And in essence, I want to make sure we understand the answer. The other side of the coin of teaching is learning. So how did the Prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans? By teaching them to be themselves. How did the Moorish Americans begin to uplift themselves? By learning to be themselves. So these lessons we have are not to be discussed and tossed about in conversation, but they are to be learned and inculcated. And as the Deputy Chief just said, as our chapter 5 says, hammered in until the truth becomes a part of every part. We have to live these lessons, and as Brother Fowler Eel said, first, learning to love Allah. Fallen sons and daughters of North America need to learn to love instead of hate. And that first love has to be for Allah, our Creator, the one who, the creator of all that ever is, all that ever will be, all that we can imagine. That one that masculine, feminine principle we call Allah. Love Allah. And how do we love Allah? By walking in the ways that Allah has deemed for us, through our lessons, through our divine instructions, through our Koran of Mecca, through the biblical scriptures, because there's truth in there. The way of Allah is in there. It's just convoluted with some other lessons as well. So we have to walk in the way of Allah, strive in the way of Allah, live. In the Arabic word is tisabih Allah, for the pleasure of Allah. Thus, learning to be ourselves from our nationality, recognizing these European psychologies that have been put upon us. They cause us to get an attitude when our brother or sister speaks to us a certain way, and they're correcting us righteously. It's for all the other attitudes that we've learned as this European psychology as Negro, Black, and colored. By teaching them to be themselves, by us learning to be ourselves and embracing that learning, that love of the learning of Allah, of ourselves, and of each other. The way of Allah is the only way that we have, and that way is the way of love. We must learn to be ourselves. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Deputy Shikas. I yield the floor back to you, beloved. Bless you. Peace.
Islam, Divine Minister, giving thanks for your words of wisdom and also putting your insight on the floor. And I'm going to go away with teaching is learning and learning is teaching. That's going to be my catchphrase for the week, Islam. Islam. So I want to give thanks to everyone that demonstrated on the question and for the question being put on the floor. It was a beautiful, very thought-provoking question with some very insightful answers and viewpoints that was shared today, and a lot of knowledge is put out there, and we can utilize everything that we heard today and apply it. Islam. I would like to acknowledge and welcome any guests or visitors at this time. The floor is open for you to introduce yourself and share. Islam. All right, Islam. If you're interested in any of our Sunday School Conference call playbacks, please visit our website at www.moorish-american-national-republic.com. Click on the Resources tab to access the recordings. If you are unable to access the website, please send an email to sundayschool@moorish-american-national-republic.com with the dates of the calls you're interested in. We are working on a non-digital format, and we will let you know when it's available. Our Moorish Town Hall call is every Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 443-961-4434. Please join us every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. as we speak to questions on the divine and national side of the movement, our policy of freedom, which includes but not limited to our proclamations of emancipation by President Abraham Lincoln and the original 13th Amendment with 20 sections. If interested in joining our Moorish School of Law and History, go to our website, www.moorish-american-national-republic.com. Go to the Resources tab, click on the Enroll tab, and utilize our citizenship application or our Moorish School of Law and History link, and we will see you in class. We welcome you to join us for our National Holy Night call each and every Friday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have a home temple but can't make it, we will be more than happy to have you. Join us at 443-961-4434 each and every Friday night at 9 o'clock p.m. See you at Holy Night. Are you a member of our Moorish American Republic? If so, and you are in good standing, please join us every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Members Forum call. To join the conversation, send an email to webmaster@moorishamerican-national-republic.com. Include your name shown on your documentation, phone number, colored copy of your nationality, and identification card. Send this once again to webmaster@MoorishAmericanNationalRepublic.com, and someone will reach out to you. Our sister members in good standing, we meet every fourth Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. We are calling on all sisters in our temple to participate as we speak about topics of interest in the rising from the cares of the world. Come build with us as we use our feminine energy to strategize on how not only to uplift ourselves, but all of us as a whole. Please send an email to sisterauxiliary13@gmail.com. sisterauxiliary13@gmail.com. Include your name as shown on your documentation, phone number, and email where you would like to receive your correspondence. Our brothers in good standing meet every third Thursday of the month, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Young Men's Business League call. Topics discussed are geared towards building the family, economic infrastructures needed to grow productive, healthy young Moorish men to the uplift of our nation, community, and the world. If interested, send an email to youngmensbusinessleague@gmail.com and include your name as shown on documentation, phone number, and email you would like to receive your correspondence. Do you use your skills and talents to the benefit of others, or do you like the opportunity to put your skills and talents to use for a good benefit? Commit to the work of self-uplift. We have communities geared towards uplifting nations. Please go to our website at www.MoorishamericanNationalRepublic.com, hit the Resources tab, hit the committee's link, and contact the committee chair you are interested in. To enroll in our Moorish Sunday School, please send an email to sundayschool@MoorishamericanNationalRepublic.com. Adults, include your name, age, phone number, your children's name, age, school grade, birthdays for each child, and someone will officially contact you and send you an email and welcome information packet. At this time, I would now like to open the floor for any national officials to make any announcements. Islam, please press star to unmute your line. Islam, Divine Minister, I hear you loud and clear, and you have the floor.
Islam, thank you, Deputy Sheikah. This is Sheikh Lawrence Young Bay, National Treasurer and Divine Minister of the North Carolina Republic, re-rising to my highest height. This administrative announcement is to the members. Keeping in line with Act 7 of the Divine Constitution and bylaws, when mailing your dues, please include your original dues card with a photocopy of your original dues card. In the upper right-hand corner of the original dues card, you will see the letters DON and a blank line, which stands for date of naturalization. Write the date you were naturalized on that line. If DON is not written in the right-hand corner, write the date you were naturalized anyway. If you do not remember the date you were naturalized, please refer to your certificate of registration for that date. Make 2 copies. Keep 1 copy home for your record. Include the month and year you are paying your dues. Payments received will be automatically applied to past due balances first until your account is brought current. Officers, sheikhs, sheikhesses, deputy sheikhs are required to pay $35 per month, and members are required to pay $20 a month. Also, if you change your address, please indicate so with a note when you mail your dues card. This is so we can update and mark the records correctly. This concludes my administrative announcement for the Moorish Science Temple for Divine and National Movement of North America Incorporated, number 13, Moorish American National Republic. I turn it back into the hands of the moderator. Thank you, beloved. You have the floor.
Giving thanks, Divine Minister, for the announcement that you put on the floor. Islam. Divine warning by the Prophet. Prophet warns all Muslims governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their cotton button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Ali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they know their part in protecting their prophet and temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. By order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Islam. At this time, we're going to affirm ourselves to ourselves with the reading of the Holy Covenant. Please press star to unmute your line and repeat after me. We are the children of one Father, provided for by his care.
We are the children of one Father, provided for by his care.
And the breast of one mother has given us suck.
And the breast of one mother has given us suck.
Let the bonds of affection therefore unite us with our brothers and sisters.
Let the bonds of affection therefore unite us with our brothers and sisters.
That peace and happiness may dwell in our Father's house.
That peace
and happiness may dwell in our Father's house.
And when we separate in the world, remember the relation that binded us to love and unity.
And when we separate in the world, remember the relation that binded us to love and unity.
And prefer not a stranger before our own blood.
And prefer not a stranger before our own blood.
If our brothers in adversity, assist them. If our sisters in trouble, forsake her not.
If our brother is in adversity, assist him. If our sister is in trouble, forsake her not. Forsake her not.
So shall the fortunes of our Father contribute to the support of his whole race.
So shall the fortunes of our Father contribute to the support of his whole race.
And his care be continued to us all.
And his care be continued to us all.
And our love to each other.
And our love to each other.
Islam, Moors, love is the key to all. I want to thank everyone for calling in to our Moorish Sunday School and everyone's participation. I truly appreciate it, and it was an honor as always. Now we will close as we open with our Moorish American prayer. All those who are able, please rise, facing the east, feet at a 45-degree angle, 5 fingers close together, erect on the left, 2 fingers close together, erect on the right. Repeat after me. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Jarleen. Ameen. Love you all. Peace, peace, and more peace.